Today's episode of the Fan Feed Network podcast is brought to you by Bonnier Jewelry. Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to the Fan Feed Network podcast. I'm Cameron. This is Caleb. We're here today to discuss all things Week 15. We've got game-by-game previews of each game. We're going to break them all down, talk about players we're excited about. We're going to make our own picks for each game. And then we're also going to talk a lot about fantasy football because I know for a lot of you out there, you are in your fantasy football playoffs as of right now. This is the first week, and we want to give you as much of an edge as we can against the rest of the field. So, let's get into it. But before we do, just a reminder, if you're new here, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're live every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday at right around 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock. You can also follow us over there on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. We're active on all three of those. And then if you can't listen to the stream in real time, no worries. You can also listen to us on podcast anywhere podcasts are streamed. Anyways, here we are. Cabes, welcome to the Thursday show, bud.
This Thursday, man. I'm here.
You done made it. Made it to the top.
Time to go hard, man. It's like you said, beginning of playoffs in fantasy football. Stressful. Very, very stressful. But I'm not going to get emotionally vested this year. I'm just going to sit back, enjoy the games. And
you're getting emotionally invested.
I'm getting emotionally invested.
Yeah, this is the worst time of year. This is where, like, you know, I've got a bunch of teams where I've only lost like 1 or 2 games on these teams because they're very good teams. But I just know that all the sunshine and rainbows is going to turn to dark skies. In fact, like my best team has been awesome all year. And then week 14, I didn't really need to win. And I ended up winning. But both of my quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts, combined for, I think, like 12 points. Hurts had negative 10 points strictly from his turnovers. That was crazy.
4 points from one play.
Yeah, 4 points from one play.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is where it all gets real. It's just a bummer that, like, the whole season goes to waste if you lose one game in the playoffs. But that's also the fun of it.
I guess. I don't know. Like you said, it's like leagues. I've just been balling out all season long. It always happens. You get to playoffs, and everybody just rolls over and dies.
Oh, I know it.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Heart.
I'm DMing every single one of my players on Instagram this week. Just please, man,
big dog.
We gotta lock in here, man. This is us.
Hey, yo, Drake. I know you're hurt, but get out there, please. Got Jose in the house. What's up, Jose? Really appreciate it, Jose, hopping on this past Sunday. It was a good time. Me and Jose broke down all the games. Thursday night football. We got a good game tonight. Falcons and Buccaneers. You know, some would say it's not a fun game, but it's a divisional game. It's in December, and I think it's going to be a fun one. So,
for sure.
Anyway, shout out to Jose. As you guys noticed, Trey's not here today. He's got some things going on, so you know we'll miss him. But he did send me in his game picks. So I'll be making sure to review all of his game picks with us as we're going down the list, so that we have record. Because I know we are keeping record of me and Trey's hits and misses this year. Nice. I think we're actually almost dead even. I think I'm like 2 games ahead of him in the predictions. I don't know how last week went. I need to go back and do the scoring on that because I literally just chose to disagree with him on every single one. So it did well in some cases, not so well in other cases. But anyway, Caleb, how many teams do you have going to the playoffs right now?
What do you mean?
In fantasy football.
Oh, I was like, well, I don't get to pick that.
Well, the Steelers. Let's go.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get a count, shall we?
Pittsburgh.
6.
While you're looking it up,
wow.
I'm in.
Actually, they're
I got
good.
4 dynasty leagues that I'm in, or that I'm going to playoffs, and I'm in 9 total, so pretty good.
I have 7 teams in playoffs out of 13.
Sheesh.
Fantasy teams. That's everything. That's dynasty, redraft, all of it.
That's pretty good.
It's not bad. I'll take it.
We didn't even get to talk about the Chop League.
Oh, man.
The Guillotine League.
That sucked,
brother.
man. I was fighting for my life.
It was so bad. So
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was so happy for the guys you got
14 teams probably.
last week. And
Not
just to drop
14.
like 80 points.
I'm not that good.
That was hard.
Uh,
That was very
yeah,
tough.
no, like I don't know if anybody's played in a guillotine league, but basically there's 18 teams, one for each week, and every week one team gets chopped, whoever's the lowest scorer, and then everybody gets to bid on the players. And we were in this league, and it was so frustrating. But just a bunch of randoms, like a couple of our friends, but a bunch of randoms. This one guy had did not bid on people at all season. He had Jonathan Taylor, so he kind of had the cheat code.
So lucky, man.
But he had like $400-$500 before last week, and his team looked bad. His team was projected to lose. And then it ends up being me with my Jamar Chase, Christian McCaffrey, Bijan
Trey
Robinson,
McBride.
Trey McBride, like all the studs you can imagine on this team. They put up like 90 points. So I get kicked out. And then guess what? That guy with all the money spent all his money this past week. I don't know if you saw that, but he's
Did he
got
really?
my whole team, and he's starting most of my team. It's so bad.
Oh
man.
my gosh, he is. That's
It's so bad.
crazy.
I know. I would have had a good shot to win.
Insane.
But,
That's as lucky as it freaking gets, man. Wow.
dude, that's what I'm saying. Fantasy football is just a cruel game that does not care too much about you or your feelings. So
absolutely.
All right,
Doesn't
we're
love
about
me.
to dive into some of these games. We'll start with Thursday night. We'll hit all these games. We're going to go, like I said, go break them down one by one, talk about guys we're excited about, players we're not excited about, good matchups, bad matchups. We're going to bring in fantasy football with this. We didn't have a show on Tuesday to do that. So if anybody out there has any fantasy football questions, this is the time to ask them. So feel free to throw your questions in the chat, and we'll bring it up here. We'll discuss, what we think you should do. One other thing before we get too deep into it, because we are going to start with this Falcons-Buccaneers game, is we've got a brothers parlay for the Thursday night game. And we got this one live, baby. Live.
Yes, sir.
So, Gabe's, you want to read it off for us? We just did this right before we hopped on.
I remember it. It was, I think our biggest leg right now is Darnell Mooney, anytime touchdown.
Let's go. Let's go, Darnell.
Bucky Irving, 70 rushing yards.
Yup.
It's a weak Atlanta run defense. Had to lock it in. And Chris Godwin, 40 plus receiving yards.
Oh,
you
went 40?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I went 50. I would have done 50.
Well, either I'm hitting or we hit.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, what's the with Bucky Irving? I mean, what do you think is the ceiling? I mean, why would you put 70 yards on him there?
I love the situation. He's been sitting for so long, man, and it's like there wasn't even a question of when he came back of like he's on a snap count or anything like that. They wanted to get him fully healthy. So as soon as he came back, I mean, we're seeing just elite usage. Obviously, this backfield was okay. Sean Tucker was getting some things done. Rashad White is horrible on the ground. Great receiving back, but horrible runner, man. So like this is what the Bucs needed, especially Baker has just cooled off the second half of the season. They need some kind of spark. So Bucky feels right, man. Especially Atlanta's pass defense has weirdly been pretty solid this year. So I could definitely see them leaning towards the run this game.
They've been getting slammed on the ground by other teams.
For
the Falcons have, and so I think that feels like a pretty solid bet for Bucky coming off the injury. The hardest one I think is going to be. I don't even think Mooney's that hard. He caught a touchdown this past week, but he stepped out of bounds. But Kirk loves this guy going back from last year. He's been a little banged up, but I think he's been a couple games back now from his injury. So I just think with the lack of weapons, with Drake London out, he's a good one. One guy we didn't add to our parlay that we thought about was Dylan Drummond. Bunch of you guys don't know Dylan Drummond. I got this tip off Twitter, but Dylan Drummond, I didn't know who he was. He was plus 850 odds to score a touchdown, anytime touchdown today. That jumped up to 500. So have a good feeling that might be true. Still a good odds, but last week he had 3 red zone targets. Kirk obviously is like looking at him down when they get close to the end zone, so he's a good bet. But I think the hardest one's going to be Godwin. And you brought this up kind of last minute, was that Mike Evans is back. Jalen McMillan is also planning to play tonight, I think is what you said. So they've got the full Monty of receivers. They got Mike, Chris,
They do.
Emeka, and Jalen McMillan. And we don't really know. We haven't had this all season. So we don't know what's going to happen to Emeka, what's going to happen to Godwin. I'm just banking on Godwin because he's always been like Baker's guy.
He's the safest bet. Yeah.
He's a safe bet. And just getting those yards, I think his receptions were up to like 6 to be plus money. So that felt a little nerve-wracking with all those weapons. But yards, I can definitely see him getting there.
He's heating up.
Yeah, he's
Plus, everyone forgets Chris Godwin first half of the year last year. This man was the best receiver in football. Like, he was eating, dude. Oh, man. They finally switched him to the slot role, and they were running Mike Evans on the outside. God, he was tearing it up. That was like the cheat code of fantasy last year. If you had gotten Chris Godwin late, your team was eating. Yeah. And then it all came toppling down.
Yeah, that was my my dynasty team last year. Was I had Rashi and Godwin, and both of those guys were like destroying. They were like the number 1 and number 2 receivers for the first like 3-4 weeks.
Yep, I remember.
And then Godwin got hurt, I think week 5 or 6. And Rashi got hurt week 3 by his own player, Mahomes, who took him out right at the knee and destroyed his knee. Yeah, that was pain. I had a good chance to win last year if those guys had stayed healthy. But anyway, let's hop into these games. 6:50, so we've got about a little over an hour to go through all of these. Once again, just a reminder to everybody watching, if you've got any fantasy football questions, hit us up with them. And let's dive into it. So we've got the Falcons traveling to Tampa Bay tonight, playing in Tampa Bay. Falcons are 4-9, Tampa Bay 7-6. Cabes, who are some players here that you're looking at to be fantasy, football studs, or even guys that you think should be sat potentially?
Oh, man. I think we kind of already covered it. I love Bucky tonight. Obviously, you got to have a pretty good team if you're sitting Bucky. So
yeah,
I imagine everyone is playing Bucky Irving tonight. I still think this Atlanta team is scrappy with Kirk and everything going on. Maybe not as good as we would like it to be, but the Bucks have been dragging lately, I guess is the best way you could put it. So it's going to be interesting to see if, playing someone in your division, if you can kind of, get that fire back, get that passion back. We need Baker to kind of come on. I'm sitting Baker tonight in a dynasty league for Matt Stafford, which I didn't think I would be doing this year at all, but
crazy.
Here we are.
We've talked about this a couple of times, is that he went from like almost a shoe-in MVP candidate, and now he's just struggled so bad this last half of the year. The Bucks have also lost 4 of their last 5 games.
Wow.
That's really not looking good. They just are coming off of this loss against the Saints, where Baker Baker's only crested 200 yards in 1 game out of the last 5, and that was against the Patriots. That's 200 yards. That's
rough.
So
the Falcons at this point really remind me of the Dolphins. Everything is funneled through Bijan, just like A-Chain. And I will say, out of all the wrong things and weird things I disagree with Raheem Morris on, he does have a very creative way of getting the ball to Bijan in a lot of different ways. Also a very creative way to get the ball to Tyler Algier and use Bijan as a distraction, which is very irritating. So, that's what I'm seeing tonight. I can see Bijan with over 20 touches tonight. I hope they turn into yards because I need him really bad tonight. Probably a lot of targets for him. And then we're going to have some Kyle Pitts sprinkled in there. Really, I think Kyle Pitts is a good streaming tight end tonight, mostly for the PPR value, because he sucks. I'm sorry.
I know.
He's horrible. He has no effort to him at all, and it pisses me off when I watch him play. He looks like he just doesn't want to be out there. So maybe he can get you 6 to 7 catches for 40, 50 yards. That's solid best case scenario. Maybe a touchdown obviously would be best case, but um, yeah, I don't know. What are you feeling about this one?
Yeah, this feels like a tough one. This was a really close game at the beginning of the year. Tampa Bay
Yeah.
won 23-20. And Penix actually had a great game. He had like 300 yards and a touchdown. Bijan also had a great game. This was the game Bijan had that, oh, snap. He brought it out. Let's go. Shout out to Sprite, winter cranberry, spiced whatever. That John
Winter
is crack.
spiced cranberry. This stuff is so
Oh,
good,
it
dude.
is so good,
Golly, it's
dude.
good.
Yeah, if anybody
They're
knows anyone from Sprite, or if Sprite's watching this perchance, please sponsor us. Please.
I'll buy everything.
Yeah, I'll buy everything. And
It's
if you're
buy
thinking
one get
about
one
what to
free right
get,
now.
hey, yo. If you're wondering what to get me and Caleb for Christmas for doing all these shows, like just get a Sprite, cranberry Sprite. That's all we need.
Yeah,
But anyway,
that'll work.
back to this game. I think it's going to be a lot closer than probably people think, just
I
because the
agree.
Bucks have been reeling. They've been on this really bad losing streak. They do get a lot of players back tonight, and the Falcons are pretty banged up. I mean, you don't have Penix, you've got Kirk, which some would say that's not really a downgrade. But yeah, the Drake's out as well, and that's a really bad one.
Yeah.
So I think the Bucks will probably win this game. It'll be close. I don't think there's anybody you really need to sit other than make sure that you bench Michael Penix Jr. But yeah, all
Who
these
were
guys
you?
are guys that I think you should be playing.
Which receivers are you most? Well, let me ask you two questions.
Okay.
First
Well,
one, we
hold
have
on before
seen.
you ask that real quick. Jose says either of you guys fantasy league commissioners. I know I am.
I am as
I
well.
commission 2 or 3 leagues, I think.
I think I have.
So yes.
Oof, I think he's got 2.
Yeah, I actually do a like a year in review article for some of my leagues, and it's a lot of fun. Poke fun at everybody. But anyway,
Yeah,
go
I don't
ahead
do
with your
that.
2 questions.
Obviously, we see the rookie Emeka Egbuka come in on fire, balling out, looking like he's about to be this crazy stud, and now we just see this, massive decline
Yeah.
in his game. Would you contribute this to maybe him kind of coming back to earth and the type of player he is, or do you think this is just a whole Tampa Bay thing, or is it a Baker Mayfield problem? How are you viewing this?
So for me, I think that Emeka early on in the season, he was playing very well, but he was very overweight scoring touchdowns.
Yeah,
He scored a lot of
efficient.
touchdowns, and so that is not always the best barometer of success. Success in fantasy football, especially with receivers, is based on volume, pure volume. So guys who are getting, a lot of targets, a lot of receptions, and that have some touchdown luck. Doesn't mean guys that score touchdowns are bad fantasy players. They are great fantasy players, as you saw from Emeka. But I think what you're seeing is a midseason kind of regression back to the mean, meaning instead of scoring an outlandish amount of touchdowns, he's now scoring like what's a normal amount with the amount of volume that he gets.
Right.
I think the other thing too is he's gotten a little in his head. So there's a lot of like focus drops that he's had. And
Yeah.
I just think it's like rookie, fever kind of thing where he's, the other thing is with all the injuries to the receiver core, I mean, a lot is put on his shoulders to be dominant for this team to be successful. And so I think having these additional receivers will help him. But yeah, I just think Emeka is a good receiver. He reminds me a lot of like a Chris Olave. And so yeah,
I think Olave's better.
Well, with Tyler Shuck now, yeah, I'd say so.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
you
just
should be too scared of Emeka.
no,
I think
absolutely
he's still a
not.
good player.
The schedule after Atlanta, well, Atlanta's been up and down, but then they get Carolina and Miami, which is just kind of weird. The crazy part is that his target share has like
His target share
increased
is great.
dramatically
It's great.
during this like past 6 weeks when he's been so underperforming.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just like you said. I think he was just crazy play after crazy play was happening for him. He was very efficient, scoring touchdowns. Like that one against the Eagles, where Baker just threw up a prayer to him, and somehow both DBs just missed the ball midair and like ran into each other, and Mecca's in the back and
Yeah.
catches it and runs it for like 50 yards.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
you don't get that every game.
Absolutely.
With that being said, out of the 3 receivers for Tampa Bay playing tonight, which ones are you projecting to score the most to least?
I would still say Emeka would be the leading. I think Emeka's earned it. I think Emeka will probably still be the leading receiver, him or Godwin. Those are my top
Nice.
2. I think Evans will run some routes. I think he might be on a little bit of a limited playing time basis, but he's also a touchdown guy, so he can score a good amount of points. I think all 3 of those guys will be right mediocre. I think really the problem is that all of them are kind of undercut by all of them all being on the field at the same time. So I would think that I don't think there's going to be one that really balls out. I think they're all going to get a good share.
Nice.
That's just me personally. So, but anyway, let's well, just tell me who you think's going to win this one, and then we'll move to the next one.
I'm going to take the safe pick with the Buccaneers. I don't think they lose again. I think they're going to get their crap together before playoffs.
I agree. All right,
but
so let's move on to the next one. We're going Bucks. Just so everybody knows, Trey went Falcons, I believe. Hold on, I'm going to pull this up. Idiot!
Fool! You fool! You fool!
You fool! You fool! Nope, he's going Falcons. I love it.
Nice.
All right. Felk 7847's in here. Start Emeka Egbuka or Woody Marks. Half PPR. Already starting Bucky Irving. Who are the Texans playing?
I think he's a good match against the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good matchup right there. Gosh, that's tough though.
It's tough.
Yeah, I think the safer pick is actually I think the pick with the most floor, meaning like the safest pick, is Woody Marks. I think Emeka's probably got a higher ceiling in case he does go off. I don't know. That's pretty close. In fantasy, you always got to start your studs. So I'd probably say start Emeka, but that's a tough one. I might start Woody in that spot.
It's just if it's a shootout tonight, it could look great for you.
Exactly.
I would probably fast for 7 days and pray a lot and then make a decision.
He's got about an hour, so
I'd start Emeka. If all else loses, I'm going talent over everything, and Emeka is the more talented player.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
thanks for the question, Felk. If you got any more, and good luck to you in the playoffs here. All right, so the next game we've got the Browns taking on the Bears in Chicago. Browns just came off of a big win against the Titans, where apparently Shedeur Sanders has made it? ? Bears coming off a disappointing loss to the Packers. Bears have been red hot up until then. What do you think about this game? Any fantasy stars or studs in this one?
Shedeur. It's tough. Browns defense is incredible. But Ben Johnson's run scheme is incredible. So I see him continue to use the running backs, Monangai and DeAndre Swift. Depending on how deep your league is, I like starting either one of those guys, honestly. They're both getting a great split. They've both been efficient on the ground. I love either one of them. I would be sitting Caleb Williams if you can find a better option out there. Caleb Williams just struggles against these good defenses, man. I would be starting Quinshaw Judkins and Harold Fannin, as they are the two very bright, shining stars on this team.
I'm a star.
A great big
shining star.
Well, Cam, here we are. Shedeur Sanders has a good game against the worst team in the NFL. Fact or cap?
All right, so listen to this. So there's a guy on Twitter, Joe A. He's like a film guy, but he wrote this tweet. He said Shedeur is so bad that the Titans very literally did not play safeties at all because they were begging him to throw anything but screen passes. They were Shador's receivers had 260 yards after the catch and about 8 penalties extending their final 2 drives, which made Shador's stat line and the score look a lot closer than what it actually was. So
Golly.
260 yards after the catch. And a lot of people will say, well, that's the NFL. Everybody gets yards after the catch and stuff like that. And I'm not saying Shador played bad. He made throws. He, made right reads and stuff like that. But this is against a bad Titans defense. And 260 yards out of like 300 something. It's crazy. And he was buoyed by touchdowns. So, I am not very excited about Shador playing against the Bears, who are the number 1 turnover defense in the NFL right now. They have 27 takeaways on the year. I fully expect him to come back down to earth and crater. So for those of you who are in fantasy leagues and think that picking up Shador is good because he scored 40-something points last week, don't do it. Don't do it. It's a trap. This is a classic fantasy football trap. Felk says, thanks. Last week I put Harvey over Emeka Ibuka. It paid off, but I'm going to try my luck this time. Yeah, that's a tough decision to make, especially on a Thursday night, because then you got to sit with your decision all the way through the weekend.
I know.
And then wait and see what happens on Sunday. And then the worst feeling is when Woody Marks doesn't do well either. Like both of them don't do well, and you're like, oh, I was screwed either way. They're just pain.
It's horrible.
So, yeah, I'd still a guy I'm still looking to target would be Harold Fannin. Fannon's just been on a tear this year. He's top 5 tight end, in scoring this year in fantasy football. And he's only 21 years old. He's a rookie. We know rookies always get better as the year goes on, or typically always get better. I actually wrote about this over on fanfeednetwork.com and we did the starts and sits. Go check out that article out. Me, Alex, and Dom. I had tight ends this week, and here's what I wrote. Harold Fannon's simply too good. He's on pace to be a top 5 tight end overall this season as a 21-year-old rookie. Not only that, but he leads his team in targets, leads the team in receptions, leads the team in receiving yards, leads the team in touchdowns. Harold Fannin should continue to see a good workload against the middle-of-the-road Bears defense. You can start Fannin with confidence. So I think Fannin's a great play this week. He's one of my favorite tight end plays on the week.
And I think in deeper leagues, if you're in a pinch, Roma Dunze is still limited this week in practice. Luther Burden, even with Roma Dunze, has been seeing the most targets on the team.
Yeah, him and Colson Loveland.
Exactly. I'm not saying expect like a 20 bomb or a 30 bomb, but this is someone who can get you 5 catches for 60 yards, 70 yards, and with high potential that he could rip one and take it to the house too. That's what I'm waiting on.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. I just think that the Bears offense is going to be conservative, and that's just going to keep Luther's ceiling low because they know that Caleb Williams is not playing very well right now. They're going to lean on the run game with Swift and Monungai, but Luther is such a good guy to just have on your bench because, like, if you need to start somebody in a pinch, he's somebody that I think can definitely get you 10 to 14, 15 fantasy points in a safe way. I love Luther Burden.
This is going to be a weird game. Yeah, go ahead.
So Tony Pollard just ran all over this defense last week. This was one of the best run defensive units in the league. Yeah, Tony Pollard sitting on my bench in one of my dynasty leagues. Cost me the buy because I had him on my bench. Anyway, I'm not bitter. But yeah, we've got DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monungai. They've been kind of like even splitting this backfield. Are you starting both of them? Are you starting either of them? Like, what are you doing against this Browns defense?
I'm starting one of them at least. This run scheme is too good, man. You can't shy away from it. I'm starting DeAndre Swift or Kyle Monungai. I think Monungai is getting a couple more carries, but I think DeAndre Swift is more involved in the passing downs, like third down plays.
Right.
So that's the case. I'm still leaning DeAndre probably over Monungai, but it's not by much. I'm just gonna say it again. Ben Johnson's run scheme is just a work of art, and it's beautiful, and it makes any running back look good. I can't wait for the Bears to get a good running back. It's gonna be really fun to see. So
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm going either one. Same with Quinchon. I think the running backs are going to be the story of this game.
I'll be honest. Quinchon's been thoroughly disappointing to me this year. He's looked very good in spots. He had like 20 something yards this past week.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know. But
He's had a lot
real
of
quick,
carries too.
he does take a lot of carries. Felk said, no clue what happened to Adunze. Yeah, he's got some kind of foot issue, and he's been playing through it, but he finally decided to shut himself down. It sounds like they're probably going to hold him out closer to the playoffs up until then, because I think they can win out or close to win out in their division and get into the playoffs, and they want him healthy. So, yeah, he's probably going to miss the next couple games.
He's been disappointing the
He
second half of
he
the
also
year
has
too.
been extremely disappointing, but I think that's basically it's the offense. I don't think Rome's that bad other than
Yeah.
focus drops once again. But yeah, he definitely tapered off in efficiency, but they were throwing the ball a lot in the first like 5-6 games, and then after the bye, they've just shifted that offensive mentality all the way to just running the ball.
Hmm.
Kind of scary. All right, Mal Eldick 6104. I think that's how you say it. Which 2 out of 3 for a half PPR league? Mike Evans, Devonta Smith, or Aaron Jones? Vikings play the Cowboys on Sunday night. It's a good matchup. Devonta Smith plays the Raiders. Also a pretty good matchup. Mike Evans tonight. I don't know about you, Caves. I think I'd start Devonta and Aaron Jones.
Yeah, it's playoffs, man. You don't want to risk throwing in someone like Mike Evans coming off a long injury and how old he is in there. Um,
Yeah.
when your playoff hopes and dreams are riding on it. So I'm going with the safe picks for sure. Devonta and Aaron Jones.
Yeah, and I think Aaron Jones has a good chance to score in that game. It's a high total.
Yeah,
And so Jones has been like the safety net for JJ. And then with Devonta, I think he's just due. He's so due for a big game.
he is.
AJ Brown's been killing it, but I feel like this is going to be the Devonta Smith game. All right, so
Need it.
winner of the Browns and Bears game, Cabes. Who you got?
Bears.
Bears. Yeah, I've got the Bears too. I don't think they're going to. I think Ben Johnson's going to keep that Lions tradition of never losing 2 games back to back. So yeah, Trey says he's going for the Bears in this one as well. So we're all in the
Nice.
same boat. Next game I got Ravens and Bengals, another AFC North matchup. This is a big game for the Ravens. They just lost
Yeah.
to the Steelers. They are 6-7. Essentially, if they lose, their playoff odds shrink to like almost nothing. Bengals don't really have much to play for. They're pretty much out of the playoffs. But did you see this stuff about Joe Burrow? They interviewed him and he just seemed like super solemn and was just talking about like how he's got to figure out ways to keep football fun, because if it's not fun, like what am I doing here anymore? And basically everybody on Twitter was freaking out because it feels like the Andrew Luck situation all over again, where a player who is just so good, so incredibly good, but gets beat up because his offensive line is just dirt, and they retire early. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that for Burrow?
I mean, it sucks to see, but I get it. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like these other elite QB situations. You got these coaches who are just going to lean on you every game and not upgrade anything for you, not take the time or money to get you an O line.
Yeah.
It sucks, man. Like you fight your butt off just for your defense to allow 40 points and for your O line to allow like 8 sacks on you every game.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing more defeating than that.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't. I hope they do something to spark it and bring his love for the game back. Whatever it is, like get the man some help, please. He's so
Yeah.
fun to watch. I'm
I know.
as big a Steelers fan as they come, but one of my favorite teams to watch are the Bengals. So please help the man out. Golly.
Yeah, Trey texted me after it came up, and he was just like, "No freaking way!" Like, and I think everybody who enjoys football, like, it's just bad for football. Especially with how bad the quarterbacks have been this year.
Oh yeah.
It's really bad for football if a guy like Joe Burrow is to retire this early. So yeah, but anyway, let's move back to this game. Happier pastures. The Bengals love to just
Whoop up on the
irritate the
Ravens.
snot and whoop up on the Ravens, baby. As a Steelers fan, it just brings me nothing but joy.
Love it. I love it.
If you're in fantasy leagues, fire up your Joe Burrows, fire up your Jamar Chase. T. Higgins had his game last week. This is going to be all Jamar, baby.
They might eat score every time, dude.
Oh man, he might score like 50 points.
Oh my gosh,
that's gonna be so good. But yeah, what do you see in this one? Fantasy studs, fantasy sits.
Yeah, I mean the obvious ones are Derrick Henry.
Right.
But I mean, I don't think Derrick Henry's good. He's been so inefficient. I think he's losing a step.
The
hasn't been
offensive
working.
line is also atrocious. Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco were cooking Daniel Falele for like a solid 30 minutes on their show.
Yeah, dude. I think it's time for Keaton Mitchell. I think Keaton Mitchell is explosive. He is so good, man. I don't know how you can keep a guy like Keaton Mitchell on your bench when he is just one of the most efficient runners that we're seeing. I mean, I get it. It's the big dog, it's the big cheap.
Hey.
It's hard to move on. You're paying him for, I think he had a 2-year contract. He still has one more year in his contract for next year too. So it's like,
I think so.
You're trying to get your money's worth. I understand, but you're also trying to win games, man. Use Keaton Mitchell. Use him to help you win games.
Yeah.
Obviously, the struggles of Lamar Jackson continues. That's no secret. But also, his team's been failing him too. First off, your O-line, and then the drops, man. Rashad Bateman had a horrible drop for a touchdown last week. He's doing like a drag route underneath. He's got his guy beat. He catches it. And he's got like 10 yards into the end zone. Just bounces off his hands, man.
Bad.
Weeks before that, you got Isaiah Likely fumbling out of the end zone, on a touchdown catch. It's been all around just pain for Lamar Jackson. And he has not been running as much as he usually does. So I think he is still just kind of aware of the injury he suffered in his leg.
I think it was a lot worse than people let on. I think he's definitely playing through it injured because he's still to this day missing practice like Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and then returns on Thursdays so he can play on Sunday. But yeah, I mean, you were talking to me about do you start Lamar Jackson or Matt Stafford? And if you were to ask me that at the beginning of the year, I'd be like, just go lose all your games. You're so stupid. But right now, like, I think you'd be silly to not start Matt Stafford over Lamar Jackson.
For sure.
Which is crazy to say. Just shows how nuts of a year this has been.
It's been crazy.
It's also a credit to the Bengals and how well they've been doing against receivers this year. Your boy DJ Turner.
Absolutely. DJ Turner has been
lockdown.
He's been
Some would
strapping,
say
man.
He's like a Riley Moss, but better.
Oh,
not getting penalized.
Good at his job.
He's Riley Moss if Riley Moss was good. Shout out to Trey. Shout out to Jose. Hope you're still here and you heard that.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't want to spend too much time on this one. But the only other thing I'll say is start your tight ends for the Ravens. Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely. I know neither of them have really been like studs this year. And if you've got a choice, I'd probably start Likely over Andrews. But the Bengals are so bad against tight ends.
Yeah,
like it is unbelievable how bad they are. The Bengals allow 24.1 points per game to the tight end position. The next closest is at like 16 or 17 points. So they're almost a full touchdown and like 2 extra points difference between the Bengals and the second worst defense. So Andrews and Likely, they're already guys that Lamar loves. And with Zay Flowers getting locked down on the side, which I anticipate from DJ Turner, those tight ends are going to be like, those are the guys that are probably going to win guys playoffs
Yeah.
in the first round. By
Mark
playing
Andrews
better.
was actually questionable this past week, today in practice, actually. So
Yep.
Isaiah
Yep.
Likely, even more so reason to start him.
Likely going to eat. All
Um,
right. So, is there anybody else you want to talk about?
that's it. I got Bengals
Okay.
winning.
Yeah. Gosh, I got Bengals winning too. I think they're playing really
Got
well
to.
right now, despite
They look
their
good.
record.
I think Chase Brown's
Ravens.
going to tear him up. I think Joe Burrow's going to tear him up. Jamar Chase. I don't think Ravens are going to be able to answer.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bengals are hitting on all cylinders, and the Ravens are garbaggio. I love saying that. As a Steelers fan, if we
Garbaggio.
have a losing season, it's okay as long as the Ravens lose with us. Yeah. All right, let's move on. This is another really good game. Chargers traveled to Arrowhead to take on the Chiefs. Another divisional game. Chargers won earlier in the year against the Chiefs. And Chiefs are now, their playoff hopes are also in the same hands as like the Ravens, where they're 6-7. They are in a very tough spot right now. They've got to win out to even have a shot at making the playoffs. Yeah, Cabes, what are some fantasy stars or studs or sits that you're seeing in this game? Are you scared off of Mahomes after Jalen Hurts threw 4 picks against this LA defense on Monday night?
No, I'm not. I'm still playing my best player in my homes, unless Matt Stafford's on the waiver wire. But yeah,
I will be
I'm playing.
benching Travis Kelce.
Are you benching Kels?
I'm benching Kels, man.
Oh,
It's time.
man,
Big dog is done. I think there's
bro.
way more. If you have nobody else, I can understand why you'd play him. But yeah, I mean, he's just the Chargers are really good against tight ends.
They are.
Chiefs are spiraling. I mean, Kelce really was the reason they lost that game last week. He fumbled that ball and threw it right into the hands of the defender, and he just looks cooked. I mean, even though he's played well over the year, I still think he's like a top 5 tight end on the season, which is nuts. But I just don't trust him, man. Not in this game.
Yeah. No, I think I'm there with you. That's going to be a weird one. This has been something we've been discussing all year long with the receiving core for LA. Who's good? Who's it going to be this week? And honestly, I ain't got an answer.
I ain't got an answer.
I'm still starting Justin Herbert. Where do you have Herbert in the MVP racing?
No.
Really?
I mean, if the Chargers were to win out, then maybe. I just don't think the team's been good enough for him to be like MVP level. I think Stafford is definitely at the top there. I think
I
Jonathan
agree.
Taylor's chances are slipping.
Yep.
I wonder what the MVP odds are right now.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a lot of great
So right now,
candidates.
Stafford, Drake May is number 2, which is nuts.
Okay.
Josh Allen's number 3. You're gonna love 4. Jordan Love. Jordan Love is 4, and Dak Prescott is 5. One sleeper one that I think, especially if the Seahawks like ball out for the rest of the season, is JSN. Because we've seen what happens when JSN doesn't play well for this Seahawks team, and when he does play well, they always win. So
I agree.
But yeah,
I
that's
just
crazy.
I'm
Jordan
still a big
Love.
Herbert believer, especially with how beat up his O line is, man. He's still
Yeah.
hanging in there and winning games. But
Yeah,
Jordan
no
Love
slight to
is
Herbert.
laughable.
Yeah, I love Justin Herbert, and the fact that he's still playing with a broken hand and taking all the hits he did against the Eagles and like maintaining the game, like just a great quarterback.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Are there receivers that stand out to you for the Chargers? Guys you'd sit, guys you play? Like, I mean, can you trust any of them?
Yeah, I'm still going with Lad McConkey. I think out of all of them, I think he is the most talented receiver on this team.
Yeah.
And again, no matter what's happening, what's going on, I think you always got to lean on talent. And I think he's been seeing the most production as well. So yeah, I'm going Lad. Aronde Gadsden is the question mark one. He
I'm
was
not
on
playing
a
Rondé Gadsden.
absolute heater, and now where is he? Where are
Yep.
you, Rondé Gadsden? Where are you, man of courage?
Where are you, Rondé? So
How
yeah, I
about
wrote about him too as a sit this week.
mhm,
So he broke out week 6 through 9 in like a huge way. It was awesome. Like,
yeah,
and I think he was like one of the most promising rookie tight ends. But here's the problem with the Chargers missing both their tackles. I think they're running a lot of heavier packages to help keep Herbert standing up as much as they can.
right,
That means Gadsden is not
right,
playing as much because he's really a receiver playing tight end. He's
yeah,
not a very good
agreed.
blocker. So this gives him less time in the starting lineup. And this Kansas City Chiefs defense is like top 5 against tight ends. So it's a really bad matchup for him. And even though like Sleeper, I think projects him at like 12 points this week, which is pretty good for the tight end position. I'm not trusting it. I think
I don't
Ladd's going to
trust
have a
it.
good game. I think this is a
Yeah.
Ladd game.
How about Amarion?
I love Amarion in this one. Yep.
Okay.
Love Amarion. Yep. I
Yep.
think
We're
he's been
starting
playing
Amarion.
well. Start Amarion. I think even in a pinch, you can start Kamani Vidal. I think he's earned his playing time. I think he's going to continue to play.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
yeah, I don't want to spend too much more time on this one because we're quickly losing time. But who do you think is going to win this one?
That's tough, man. That's real tough. I got to run with Kansas City Chiefs. I think the Chiefs
Dang.
are gonna run with this one. I hate to say it because I love the Chargers, but um, I think they still really want to fight for a playoff spot, and I think they do something to make it happen.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta go Chiefs.
I agree with you. Even though the Chiefs are potentially without both their tackles,
Yeah,
they'll be just like the Chargers. I like this game. I think this is a high scoring environment. So good for fantasy football. But yeah, I'm gonna go Chiefs as well. They gotta win.
and it.
And
Last thing I'll say, it's the play calling in Kansas City, and it's Andy Reid, dude.
it's
They've
Andy
got to
Reid.
go. They've got to go. I watched this whole video. This guy was breaking down how the Kansas City Chiefs now 5 weeks in a row. Did you see this?
That's our
On
boy. That's we brought him up last week. Film watchers.
yeah,
Use the
yeah.
same play for
Use
4 weeks in a row.
the gun trips bunch.
Yep.
Where the one guy kind of runs the in and then out. This is your fast guy Xavier Worthy. Rasheed runs your in like crossing deep crossing route. And there's like a curl route in the middle.
Yep.
And it's like brother, like this is what those noobs on Madden do: is spam their favorite play because it worked one
Oh
time and they
yeah.
keep doing it. So it's like,
Oh, 100%.
what are we doing? And Mahomes is just so good that he makes it happen most of the time. But um, it's
Yep.
just it's mind blowing, man. It really is.
Yeah, that guy, everybody, if you haven't already, go follow Film Watchers on like TikTok and Instagram. That kid is incredible at breaking down film and makes it fun,
Hmm.
exciting.
And
Yeah, he's a
understandable.
good time and understandable. Like he doesn't speak in
Yeah.
lofty terms. He's a great follow if you want to learn more about the game. So yeah, I've got the Chiefs in that one too. Trey's also got the Chiefs. So we're
Wow.
rolling Chiefs heavy.
Tricky a
Um,
tray.
Tricky a
Shocked.
Trey. All right, let's move on. This is game of the week, most likely.
Uh-oh.
Buffalo Bills versus New England Patriots in New England. Bills have kind of caught back on fire, but they're still kind of an up and down team. Meanwhile, the
Yeah.
Patriots have just been so solid this year. Even though they've played like the easiest schedule, this could be a huge game for Drake May and the Patriots to put a wide margin between them and probably everybody's Super Bowl favorite in the AFC, the Buffalo Bills. All right, quickly, fantasy. Oh, well, we got a question really quick, so let's answer this. Juan Pena, good to see you, my friend. It's been a while. Who I start for wide receiver 3 and flex spot? I've got Devontae Adams was 1, Jacoby Myers is 2, RB1 and 2 are Josh Jacobs and Jonathan Taylor. His bench is Henderson, Charbonnet, Eli Wilson, or Emmanuel Wilson, Jalen Wright, Debo Samuel, Jordan Addison, Kayshon Boutte, Mike Evans, Quentin Johnson.
Say it with me. We're starting Travion.
Travion. Yeah, I think you got to start Travion in the flex.
Against the Bills, absolutely.
Yeah. And then I think receiver, like I told Caleb, we were talking about this a little bit earlier, but I like Jordan Addison out of those guys. I know it's scary because JJ McCarthy has been kind of a pumpkin, but
9.
Jordan Addison's been the guy who's been getting most of the targets on this team. And I think he's got a great opportunity to score against a really bad Dallas secondary. So, yeah, I love that. Addison. I think you could also go potentially like Debo or Mike Evans. Debo's got a good matchup against the Giants with Mariota, though. So, safer pick would be Debo, but I think I'm rolling Addison.
Yeah,
his
I
other
can get behind that.
question is who do I go for my QB1? I've got Brissett. Waivers are Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, or Caleb Williams. And I'm pretty sure Brissett is running into the buzzsaw this week. Houston. Houston
Can't
is
do
going to
Brissett,
be
dog.
can't do Brissett, unfortunately. So
I kind of like Stroud against the Cardinals.
yeah,
Or the Panthers are playing the Saints. Saints have been weirdly good against QBs though, so that's kind of a tough one as well. And Trevor
Trevor's
plays
playing the
the Jets, which is also kind of a weird one.
Trevor's probably your safety pick. I think Stroud's probably my pick.
Yeah, I think I like Stroud.
Yeah, go Stroud, Juan. Good luck in your playoffs, bud. All right, back to this Bills-Patriots game. Cabes, any fantasy stars or sits that you see in this one?
Yeah, I'm starting Travion, even though he'll probably get 12 points, but it's okay. I could see this one being like the game that Travion rips off like 1 or 2 runs for like 50, 60 yards.
Yeah.
And getting those big explosive plays. So that's kind of what I'm counting on for that one. I am, if you can, I'm sitting all of the New England receivers, which is scary if you got Stephon Diggs. I know you probably had to play Stephon Diggs, so if you have to do it, do it. But Buffalo has definitely been a run funnel defense, and their DBs are weirdly good. That dude Maxwell Harrison, I think he picked off Joey B twice last, or just the one time maybe. They also got this DB from Tech,
Go
playing
Hokies.
very well. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the receivers against the Bills. And it's not because I think they're all going to suck. I think it's just going to be very unpredictable. I think Drake May's going to be good enough to get the ball to 1 or 2 of them, especially in the end zone.
Right.
But we just don't know who it's going to be. It could be Kayshawn on his deep ball. It could be Matt Collins on his seam route, or it's just going to be a Hunter Henry show. It could be any of them, and I'd rather roll the dice with someone else than any of those receivers.
The only thing I'll say on Diggs and why I like Diggs to play is because Diggs has a lot of contract incentives coming up here at the end of the season. So if he hits a certain amount of receptions and yards, he gets paid more money. And I think the teams, especially coming to the end of the year, they love to help those guys get there and get paid and all this stuff. This is a revenge game for Diggs again, and Diggs had a huge game against Buffalo the first time. So Diggs would be a guy I think I would start, but like you said, the Patriots receiving core is so hit or miss. 1 week it's Hollins, 1 week it's Booty, 1 week it's whoever. But Diggs, I think here these last couple of games is going to be putting it all out there to try to hit those incentives.
I still stand by it, but that's easy for me to say because I don't have Diggs in like any of my leagues. I'm not really crossed with that decision.
I also have to start him, so I'm trying to talk myself into it. So this is just where we are.
It does suck though for anyone who has James Cook. I think he gets shut down this week because New England did such a great job of shutting him down earlier in the year, and I think they do it again. So I'm not saying bench him because you probably can't, but telling you temper expectations.
The Patriots feel like they built this team just to beat the Bills because they match up so well with the Bills.
Yeah, they really do, man.
It's really incredible. But But yeah, I think it's hard to trust. James Cook, I just feel like if you've got him, you kind of have to start him. Like, would
I
you rather
agree.
start James Cook against the Patriots or Woody Marks against Arizona? Like,
Yeah. You're
I'm
playing
going
your
James
best
Cook.
guy.
Like, I'm playing
Yeah.
my best guy and just hoping, especially running backs against like top tier defenses, doesn't always affect them as much as it does like receivers, I feel like. But that could just be me. All right. Who you got winning this one, Caves? And we'll move on to the next game.
Oh, that's tough, B, bro. That's tough.
Tough.
Like you said, the Bills, like they appear to be heating up lately, but I think it's kind of fake, honestly. I don't think it's
It is
real.
fake. I mean, they got handed that game, literally handed the game from Burrow in
I
the
know.
snow.
And the defense is atrocious, and anyone can score against them.
And they came and played Pittsburgh, and we suck. We're just bad,
Also,
bro.
this game's in the snow again,
Well, potentially, right?
potentially. Is this in
Yeah.
Buffalo?
So in Foxborough, Massachusetts.
I'm taking the Buffalo Bills winning this one in a very low-scoring game.
All right. Well, I gotta be the out guy because I keep agreeing with you and Trey. Trey also says the Bills. I'm gonna go Patriots at home in
I
the
get it.
potential snow. It's gonna be a good game though. That's gonna be very close.
I think so.
All right, we got to roll through some of these.
Yeah, we gotta
Commanders,
do it.
Giants. This one,
You be
two
talking too
stinker
much, bro.
teams. I'm sorry.
It's me, bro. I'm sorry.
These two teams are both bottom of the barrel, fighting for the early draft pick in 2026. Mariota will be starting for the Commanders. Giants do get Jackson Dart. Well, they were on bye, so they weren't. He wasn't out. But I honestly, this feels like one of those games that's gross and ugly, but it's going to be a high scoring game.
I was about to say this is gonna be a high-scoring game, brother.
Yeah, yeah. So, going back to Juan, that factor that into your Debo Samuel potential play. I think this could be a high scoring game, and I think I trust Mariota a little bit more than JJ. Now that I think about it, but
I think
fantasy
I
stars.
love both of these QBs as streamers.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, Mariota, even too. Like I like Mariota a lot this week against New York. Yeah, this has a chance to have a lot of guys on your bench on the waiver wire that you could plug in to your lineup right now for someone that you don't feel confident in or is injured, whatever it may be. This is the one. Jackson Dart and Wandale, gonna ball. Theo Johnson, don't forget about him. Top 5 tight end, gonna ball.
Top 5 tight end, huh?
Yeah, dude. He's
Who?
top 5. He's top 5, bro. He's really good. He's really good.
Ain't
He's
no
top
way,
5. Talent.
No way,
He's top 5 talent. Top 5 talent. Scary Terry is coming on, and he looks really good right now. And Mariota loves him. So I'm smashing the button on Scary Terry. New York wins this though, because Jackson Dart is the truth, and I'll never bet against him.
That's crazy. Trey's got the Commanders winning this one. In New York. Yeah, this one's it's going to be a high scoring game. I think it's going to be a fun one. I'm pretty annoyed because you said Jackson Dart and Wandale are going to ball, and I'm playing Dom in the fan feed league playoffs. He's got Wandale in his flex, so yeah. I feel cooked.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Stupid. Yeah, I mean, really for the Commanders, you're taking your starts at Debo and Terry potentially. Mariota, like Caleb said, is a great streamer. No real interest in Ben Sinnott with Zach Ertz's injury, which, prayers to Zach Ertz. What a dog. What an incredible player. But that was just a terrible, terrible injury. I really like the Giants players in this one. I think there's a good chance a couple of them score. Tyron Tracy will be playing in this one, so I expect him to have a pretty good game. This is just going to be a good game. I think I'm also going Giants on this one, though.
Nice.
Is that what you said, Giants?
Yep.
Yeah, I like that.
You know I'm not betting against Dart, dog.
I know
Come
you
on.
love Jackson Dart. You love J Dart, bro. You love J Dart. All right, stinker of the week. Philly at home takes on the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders will be without quarterback Geno Smith in this one, more than likely. Kenny Pickett is taking
Super
quarterback
Bowl
one
champion
snaps. Super Bowl champion Kenny
Pickett.
Pickett gets a revenge game in his first start back, and he will be playing Philly. Real quick, we got our boy Troy up in the house. He says, "Hey everyone, go Big Blue." He's a Giants fan, so I know he loves that breakdown of how the Giants are going to beat the Commanders. So yeah, Cabes, what are we doing with Bowers and Genty in this one? We starting them or sitting them? These are the guys that could hurt you.
I'm starting Bowers because tight end position is just so slim already.
Yeah.
You just got to go with your guy. I am benching Genty if I have him in a league, and I have him in one, but I didn't make playoffs. But it's cool. His O line is so atrocious, man. It sucks to see, and he's just not getting enough production to be fantasy relevant. So, there's a couple of guys. I'm starting Tyron Tracy over Ashton Genty if I had to.
Yeah.
But hopefully Kenny Pickett does bring a little more mischief to this team that Gino didn't have. I don't know why I said.
All right, so we're gonna finish this show off with just me. Mischief is crazy. You thought long and hard about that?
I can see Kenny Pickett just creeping onto the field.
What, Dingleberry?
A twinkle of mischief in his eye.
I will say Pickett played pretty well against Denver. He was like 8 of 11 for 90-something yards and a touchdown in the time that he came in. It was obviously like close to the end of the game, so it didn't really matter too much. I don't know, man. Like, obviously, like if you've got a better start, like, you got to sit Genty. It's just he's just been his ceiling is so low due to how bad the offensive line is. But I could see him still getting a good amount of work. I mean, he's gotten 8 targets in 3 of his last 4 games, each game, and that's just in the receiving game. So I feel like he's working a lot as a pass catcher. I think Pickett might have a chance to dump it off to him quite a lot. So it'd be pretty interesting to see here. But yeah, if you've got a Tyron Tracy, you could take the roll the dice, I guess. That one just feels scary. Troy says he saw a meme today showing Al Bundy signing with the Colts. That is true. Phillip Rivers, Old Man River coming back. I can't wait to talk about the Colts here.
That's gonna be fun.
We got a guy, Jorge H. Senor TD. He says, "What's up, Godwin or Egbuka at the flex? Thanks." Safety, Godwin. Ceiling, Egbuka. I think Godwin's going to get like 50, 60 yards receiving and a touchdown potentially. And then Egbuka's got the chance to go for 100 and a touchdown, or just 100. So, yeah, but Egbuka could also go for like 30.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I kind of disagree. I'm locking in Godwin for sure and not looking back. I think he's been steadily getting more production and looking better and better since coming back a couple weeks ago from his injury. And there's only a matter of time. There's a stat for how many touchdowns receivers are expected to score based off how many targets they're getting. I forget how you put it in a professional way, but pretty much Godwin's due for some touchdowns. There's a projection for how many touchdowns you should be scoring with how many targets you're getting per game.
Right. Yeah.
And pretty much Godwin is up for a game.
He's due to score.
Godwin. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's been getting a lot of targets.
Go with the guy.
Yeah, I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie, and especially when they were down last week, he was targeted 8 times. So yeah, I like it. And then we got Jose still in here. He said garbage time Kenny P. No, he loved garbage time Kenny.
You lucky man. He was starting the whole game. Woo-wee.
Yeah, you're just lucky. Lucky.
Lucky.
All right,
Lucky.
who you got winning this? Eagles or Raiders?
As much as it hurts to say, Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, I don't see the Eagles falling too bad. I will say I did see a report that said that the Eagles, there's talk in their camp that there's a potential that they will be drafting a quarterback potentially late first or early second round this upcoming year to develop behind Hurts
Mm.
because they may not re-sign Hurts, which is just insane.
Mm.
Troy's back says, "What's your thoughts on starting one in flex between Chase Brown, Judkins, or Hampton?" Ooh, that's a good
Chase
one.
Brown.
Yeah, I think Chase Brown's probably the guy.
Gotta go Chase.
Yeah, I think it's Chase Brown. That Ravens defense, it's gotten better. I just don't trust the other two rookies right now, especially in the playoffs. So yeah, I'm going to go Chase, and
Agreed.
he's got more reception upside.
Agreed.
All right, we continue to lose time. I feel like we're making no progress. Jets, Jags, top
It's so many
players here.
games this
Caves.
week too.
It is so many games.
All right, Jacoby Myers on a heater. I like him. And then
Brian Thomas, start or sit?
sit. I'm
Yeah,
sitting Brian Thomas. He's had his
I'm starting
opportunity.
against Dom.
I hope it's the reason he loses since he traded him. That'd be so funny.
If I lose because of Brian Thomas because he traded him to me, it'll be an all-time loss.
Yeah, I like Brees Hall on the other side. I think Brees Hall is still the shining point in this offense and should be started. I got the Jaguars winning.
Yeah, I don't think there's really much hope for the Jets offense here. I just think that they are.
And the
without
third
a
string rookie is
quarterback.
starting. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's and he's the reason Luther Burden dropped and did so bad his senior or junior season. And that's why he dropped in the draft because this guy like could not throw him the ball. So yeah, I'm not excited about Brady Cook. This game just feels like a stinker. Basil Tootin late anytime touchdown. Is it on or is he still going to be benched because of the fumble?
I don't know. He hurt me last week when he fumbled. I had to start him in a league and it killed me. So I'm probably staying away. He's got to earn his right back.
Yeah, he's gonna have to earn it.
He's gonna have to earn it.
But yeah, he's Erman and Gurman. Trey has what was that? Jags, Jets. I'm sure he's got the Jags. Yeah, Jags. He also, I don't know if I said this. He's got the Eagles winning. Yeah, Eagles winning and the Jags winning.
Okay.
I've got the Eagles beating the Raiders. I've also got the Jags beating the Jets. Texans or Cardinals at Texans. Texans are at home. I mean, say it with me. Can we just get this part over with? Texans. Yeah, I fear for Jacoby Brissett's life. And his I feel like they should just bench him so that he can be healthy for next week.
Gosh, I know. How worried are you about Trey McBride?
Oh, very.
Very.
Yeah. I'm very. I'm not going to sit him. He's the best tight end in football. He's probably going to get enough work to get you a decent amount of points. I just fear for his ceiling. This defense
Michael
is
Wilson,
so good.
Marvin Harrison.
I'm not playing either one of them.
Woo!
No thanks. Yep. No thanks.
All right, I'm with you. I like Woody Marks and Jaden Higgins in this game, and Nico, obviously.
Yeah, Nico's been
to go without saying.
Nico's been on a hot streak. I think you got to be excited if you made the playoffs with Nico because he's been pretty bad this year, up until the last couple weeks. And I think, like you brought up earlier, Stroud's a great streamer. He's probably not rostered in every league. I like him to have a decent game here. Just get you a solid 20 points or something like that.
Yeah.
Carlos Bob 4940 says Egbuka or Higgins this week for my flex. I also have Woody Mark Swift for Hampton. Mark Swift for Hampton if Higgins doesn't play.
I think he meant or
I'm guessing he's saying or Hampton. So
a lot of Egbuka questions, man. Wow.
A lot of Egbuka questions. He seems like the guy everybody's freaking out on.
If Higgins plays, I'm playing T. Higgins over everybody.
Yeah, that's crazy too. We didn't talk about this, but T. Higgins came back out on the field last week after slamming his head into the turf like multiple times after he was on concussion protocol all week leading up to the game, and he literally was like, my head, and they just let him get back on the field. Like, and now, like right after the game, it was announced that he was in the concussion protocol. I just don't understand the NFL's stance on safety and how teams can get away with that, because he was very obviously concussed when he hit the turf. And maybe I'm just mad because Jamar Chase had a bad game because they were just forcing it to T. But also he, for his health, like we've seen Tua throw up the gang signs. I don't want to see that happen to T. Higgins. I want to see that happen to anybody. So, yeah, I think Higgins would be my preference there over Ibuka. And then if he doesn't play, you have Marks, Swift, or Hampton. I would probably say it's between Hampton and Marks, and I kind of like Hampton just because he has more of a ceiling.
Nice. I'll go with that.
So, cool. Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot to talk about in this Texans-Cardinals game. I just think the Texans are going to kind of run away with it in a slow, methodical way. So, yeah, Trey's got Texans as well. Packers Broncos. This is a big one. This is a big one for the boys. Trey's not here. Jose's watching, I think, still. I want to know what Jose thinks, if he thinks the Broncos have what it takes to beat the Packers. Yeah, Troy says T should have been limited last week, which 100% agree, my guy.
Yeah.
Like, he 100% should have been. All right, Broncos at home. I mean, who do you like fantasy-wise in this game?
Not a soul, man.
Not a soul, man. I do like Harvey.
I like Harvey. I could see him sneaking in some touchdowns in the red zone. It seems to be like their red zone go-to guy. Oh, man, this is tough. Josh Jacobs, I saw got.
Jose says Broncos putting the league on notice on Sunday. What? That they're buns?
Yeah. Notice how trash they are.
If they beat the Packers, I'm not going to be surprised.
I don't. Your boy Christian Watson's been on a heater lately. Are you starting him this week?
C-Watt would be. Well, I don't think I can. Surtain's probably going to cover him.
Agreed.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think the Packers are going to try to lean on the run game in this one, and then the receivers are going to catch those. They're going to not catch a lot of volume, but somebody's going to catch the touchdowns. I actually, deep sleeper, if you have to, I like Jaden Reed.
Nice.
He's back. He had a couple targets last week. He seems like a guy that could kind of sneak in there and do some damage. But yeah,
any Denver receivers?
Well, it's weird because Troy Franklin has, like, we were talking about him kind of taking over that wide receiver one spot for here. And that has just drastically dropped in the last 2 weeks. Sutton's been playing a little better, but Pat Bryant's actually been good. Honestly, I don't want to play any of these receivers if I don't have to.
I know.
So, yeah, Jose's saying, his only worry for the Broncos right now is Josh Jacobs, simply because he tore them up as a Raider, which he 100% did, which is crazy. I didn't think about that.
Golly, I forgot about that.
That's crazy. Yeah, so Josh Jacobs, he has been having knee swelling. They had to give him an MRI to double check he didn't re-injure his knee, and it looked clean, apparently, is what they said, but it keeps swelling, so he's still in question to play. But yeah, I just feel like this is going to be one of those gross games. People are going to score touchdowns, but I don't really know who it's going to be. It could be anybody. And yeah, I think I will take the Broncos in this one because I just don't believe in the Packers at all.
I don't believe in either one of them, but I think somehow Packers squeeze this one out.
Pat Bryant is out this weekend for our information, which is just a bummer. This kind of feels like a Marvin Mims game.
Ew.
Do not start Marvin Mims in fantasy. Just remember, if he does score a lot of points, that Cameron said it on the podcast.
Just put like $5 on like anytime Marvin Mims.
There you go. Yeah. There you go.
That's safer bet.
But I think Harvey and Jacobs are my favorite guys to play in that game.
Nice.
So yeah, Trey also has the Broncos winning that one. Surprise of all surprises.
Shocker. Tricky
Trey. We love you, dog. All right, this is probably my favorite game on the slate. I know I said the Bills and the Patriots was like the game of the week. That's just for all the people in the mainstream world. But this Lions-Rams game is going to be unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
Lions travel to LA, take on the Rams. Lions just got right last week, I believe. They won again, and the Rams got back on track as well. Man, this is just fantasy goodness all the way around. Love Gibbs, love Amon-Ra, love Jamison Williams. Kyron's
Puka,
like a little bit of a question because
Devontae.
this Lions defense is kind of good against the run, but I also just don't think it's going to matter all that much once Stafford starts lighting them up. Stafford has 35 touchdowns and 4 picks this year. That is incredible.
Gosh,
He's still got 3 games left.
Yeah, he's MVP. That's MVP right there.
That's what I'm saying. 15, 16.
He's going to throw.
There's 4 games left. He might not play the last one, but
he's going to throw for over 40 touchdowns this year.
Yeah. Incredible.
Wow.
Incredible. Goff's also having a pretty good year. 26 touchdowns, 5 picks. But yeah, I just think anybody you have on these teams, like even Blake Corum, I think Blake Corum's a potentially good, like sneaky flex start. I'm just starting all my players from these teams. I think this is going to be a high scoring game. You don't need to bench any of them. But yeah, who do you have winning this one, Cabes?
I'm on the Rams, man. I've been on the Rams since the beginning of the year. I've been saying they're the best team in all of football, and I'm going to keep riding it.
I'm riding it too. Rams win. I just don't think the Lions are that good this year.
No.
They're fun to watch, but they're not as good. That secondary is so bad, brother. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Trey's also got the Rams winning this one. So this is my game right here. Carolina Panthers travel to New Orleans, take on the Saints.
You're going to say that.
And newfound franchise QB, Tyler Shuck. So Tyler Shuck has been playing lights out. Caves, what do you take of Tyler Shuck?
I wasn't going to say lights out, honestly, but
yeah, bro, he's playing lights out, bro.
He's been passable, and he has flashes that I enjoy watching, and he makes plays I enjoy watching that are way more impressive than Shedeur Sanders.
Or Spencer Rattler.
Dylan Gabriel, Spencer Rattler. Yeah. I think he has these flashes that just like the you always say the eye test, but I like saying like stuff that like sets them apart. So like the throw and the run plays, turning nothing into something. The rushing aspect, which you predicted last week, good stuff by the way. Never get to congratulate on that one.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, just very impressive
2
stuff.
Touchdowns.
Yeah, 2 of them. Weren't both rushes like over 15, 20 yards?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That's huge.
That's
he
crazy.
Saved my damn fantasy. I had to start him last week because I didn't have Drake May.
So nice.
Loved
I might
it.
start him next week.
Go! That's gonna be crazy. Bryce Young's been playing really well lately too. Overall, Carolina is just one of my favorite teams to watch this year, honestly. Even though there's a lot of frustrating aspects when it comes to fantasy football, but they're just such a fun team to watch, man. It's maybe not fun in the way of watching Detroit Lions play, of them just putting up 80 gajillion points, but in the way of the scheming and how technical they are and how they win is just so beyond impressive, man. Really cool to see. Dave Canales, just a stud. So yeah, this is gonna be a fun game.
Better put some respect on my boy, Offensive Rookie of the Week, Sco Buffs. Is that are you referring to Tyler Shuck? I don't really know much about his lore, if that's who you're talking about. Who is Sco Buffs? Colorado. Oh, talking about Shedeur. Come on, bro.
Shedeur.
Nah. Bust down my AP, perfect timing. Yeah, nah. Shedeur did play good. I have to give it to him, but I don't think he's good. Anyway, yeah, this is going to be a fun game. This looks like it could be one of those like high scoring games too. Like the Panthers love to get themselves in at the end of the year. The over under is at 39.5. I would bet the over on that so easy. I think Shuck's playing well. I think Bryce Young, like you said, has been playing well.
That's tough though, man. That
That
Carolina secondary is sick. It's sick.
But Tyler Shuck is also sick.
I don't know about sick, man.
Perfect timing, yeah.
I'm not all the way there. If he does it this week and has a half decent game, like surpassable game, then I like it because I'm very high on the Carolina secondary. They are playing lights out right now. Huge. I've got Carolina winning this one though.
Yeah, well, I can tell you Trey's got Carolina winning this one as well. And Trey has been notoriously terrible at guessing any Panthers games this year. So I'm going this New Orleans Saints. Let's go, baby. This is my team. I love watching the Saints team play. I think Chuck is going to have a great game. I think he's going to continue to show everybody who was talking bad about him through the draft process because he made one weird throw in the combine that he deserved to be drafted higher. And yeah, I just love what Kellen Moore's doing over there. Yeah, let's move on. Titans 49ers. Titans are going to San Fran to play this one. Not a whole lot of fantasy goodness on the Titan side. Just, maybe you're starting Kamir DK in a pinch, which he is. The 49ers are like one of the worst teams against slot receivers in the NFL this year. So
true.
There's some good chance that he could pop off for something here. But fantasy-wise, anybody stick out to you here?
Yeah, not much on Tennessee, even though Tony Pollard did just go berserk.
Not happening again, bro.
Yeah, I'm starting Brock Purdy in one league. I think I'm starting Ricky Pearsall in another league, which I don't like.
I'm not starting.
I think my other choice was like Troy Franklin.
I'll start Troy.
You're starting Troy over Ricky?
Yeah, I'm not starting Ricky for sure. Ricky hadn't done anything all year. He gets outplayed by Juwan Jennings.
Juwan! That's my dog,
Juwan.
man. Yeah, I think you're right. I think George Kittle also is above him. He's more like a wide receiver 4 in this team behind C-Mac, Juwan, and George.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot to talk about here. This just feels like, McCaffrey going to run this game. Kittle probably catches, touchdown or two. Maybe Juwan
I wonder
Jennings.
if they kind of try to play conservatively to protect C-Mac, because I think C-Mac was kind of questionable in practice this week.
Yeah, that is true.
I could see them letting Brock just sling it this game to kind of take some work off of C-Mac.
He's just questionable due to illness. He's fine. He got a little cold.
Illness.
Bench.
Wow.
Yeah. Trey's got the Niners winning that one. Who do you got? You say Niners?
Nah. I got the Niners.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, this week feels like there's a lot of good teams playing really bad teams, and then the other games are like really good games.
I know.
So that's one of the stinkers. I will say Cam Ward has
weird.
Been playing better. Yeah. All right. Colts Seahawks. As everyone's probably heard about now, Old Man Rivers, 44-year-old Phillip Rivers, who retired right after the COVID season. He is back. He got signed to the practice squad, and right now it looks like he is set to start against the best fantasy football defense in 2025, the Seattle Seahawks, in Seattle too. So, this is just wild. I cannot believe where we're at. I think it just speaks to the poor quality of quarterbacks coming out of college and how badly these coaches in college are doing with helping grow these guys to be NFL talents. Because these quarterbacks coming in have just not really panned out very much. And we don't have any pocket passers. Back in the day, it was like back in my day, Phillip Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger, even Eli Manning, who was so hit or miss. All these
Yeah.
guys were like so good compared to who we have today. They could read a defense, diagnose a defense. It was just so fun to watch. And you take that stuff for granted. And now you get this. But yeah, fantasy wise, Cabes, who you seeing here?
Oh man, I'm not crazy about anything on the Colts side except for Tyler Warren. Um, I
Yeah.
think it'd be a very good safety blanket for Old Man Rivers, especially get it out early before getting smacked.
Yeah.
Gosh, man, I hope he doesn't get hit too hard, man. I'm worried about Phil. Um, yeah, I like Tyler Warren. I am avoiding majority of the receivers for Indianapolis this week if I can.
Yeah.
Um, you might have to play him, but
You got to start JT.
got to start JT obviously, and that's going to be a
And
hard
Philip
watch.
loves dumping it to the running back. Like
He does.
uh,
I hope they design up some screenplays for JT. Is my
he had LT,
hope.
Ryan Matthews, Melvin Gordon, like all these guys just 8 in receptions. Jonathan Taylor might actually get a boost in production with Daniel Jones out, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love your Tyler Warren call because the Seahawks defense is like the second worst defense against tight ends this year. And
Yeah.
I just think Warren, just being the Swiss Army knife player that he is, I think he's going to be fine. I think they're going to scheme up a lot of stuff to him that is very easy for Philip to lean on. And if there's one thing Philip always leaned on, tight end, running back, always.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't want to waste a lot of time, man, but a guy we both respect and listen to when it comes to football brought to my attention that Sam Darnold sucks. He's
Yeah.
bad. He's not good. I'm sorry. I actually got an argument with someone this week about Sam Darnold. Um, it's scheme. It's perfect position for him to sling it up to JSN and the other guys, and the offense is made easy for him. If you look at his game log right now, dude, it is laughable. I wish I could pull this up and show you. Every single team that's in the green, he has a great game and he just overplays. Every single team that's like orange or red, he has this down game and it's horrible. Like, dude, it's
Yeah.
hilarious. It's just like we were talking about Jonathan Taylor the other day.
He's a stat
It's,
patter.
yeah, absolutely. He really is. Um, I don't think he's horrible. I think it's being a little bit dramatic. Obviously, with how bad QBs are in the league today, he is a very passable QB.
I'd
And
prefer him over Rodgers.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
I agree. He throws a really pretty deep ball. And him and Jason obviously just have a great connection. And
Yeah.
I'm really hoping he starts working it to Rashid. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like,
he played good this last week.
finally, yeah, exactly. Which is like kind of what else I'm saying. Like, I've been preaching the Michael Penix thing, how he's carried by Drake London. As soon as Drake London's out for a game, Michael Penix is horrendous, can't give it to anyone else, which I understand. Those receivers are horrendous. You know, you got Darnell Mooney,
Right.
Cordero Hodge, I don't even know. But it's a
Dylan
little better for
Drummond.
Darnold. Yeah, Dylan Drummond. It's a little better for Sam Darnold. He's got, Cooper Kupp and now Rashid. And AJ Barner's been a surpassable tight end. But we don't see these guys. Every now and then they'll have a decent game by a touchdown or something. But like I don't think he's good enough to support a full receiving core. Um,
Yeah.
JSN is just playing lights out and sanity, and is always open.
Yeah.
And makes it easy for
JSN
a guy
is
like Sam Darnold. But again, I'm being a little too dramatic. Sam Darnold is good. He should be in the field. He should be a starting QB. I just don't think he is this like crazy 10-3 guy who needs to sign a 5-year, $300 million contract. Is what I'm
Totally.
getting to.
Yeah. I mean, he played for the Vikings last year, and they were like, I think they had 2 or 3 losses on the season.
Yeah, lost the first game
And
of playoffs.
lost the first game of playoffs. But Darnold, he is a great regular season quarterback. But playoffs, when pressure's on him, he's not very good under pressure. He could change that. He could play better. I think he can. I think I saw glimpses of it in that Rams game, even though he threw 4 picks, 2 of which were not his fault in that game,
Yeah.
but the other 2 were his fault, and that's really bad. They'll get to play the Rams again, but yeah, I just think Darnold he's one of those guys that grew up in the pocket passer era, and came in at the tail end of the pocket passer era, and you see him having success because he is a pocket passer. And I think it is a function of the offense that it really is just JSN, and then the other guys, catch the scraps. I want to know what the heck happened to Torrey Horton. Torrey Horton was like playing really well at the beginning of the year, and I just like stopped hearing anything about him, and that was kind of crazy. But I think they want to run the ball. They don't throw the ball a ton. He's routinely right around like 25 attempts a game. A couple games where he goes over. But yeah, I still think he's a good quarterback. But I think you start him here for sure against the Colts. They're without Sauce, and that secondary is Swiss cheese. I think JSN could score. He could get like 200 yards in this game. So yeah, I'm going Seahawks in that one easy.
Yeah, me too.
And Trey has who's he got? Yeah, Seahawks.
Let's get a Phillip Rivers stat projection.
Phillip Rivers, I think his line is over 150 passing yards, over under. I think he goes over.
Yeah, I hope he balls out. I hope he does too. Rips Seahawks a new one.
He threw 4,000 yards in his last season. I mean, he's still got it. Like, and we've seen all these pocket passers come back and play. This year, Jacoby Brissett, Sam Darnold, and Phillip Rivers is like a man among boys when you talk about those guys. So even though he's old, he's jumping off the couch.
You give him a couple seconds, and he can work the ball. And I don't hate this receiving core for Indianapolis.
Yeah. All right. Sunday night, we got Vikings taking on the Cowboys in Dallas. Dallas has been pretty hot. They're still in the playoff race. Wow. Troy says Phillip Rivers throws for 305 yards and 4 touchdowns. I think that's bonkers. Bonkers. Come on, Troy. Absolutely bonkers. I do love the conviction, but just absolutely kick you off right now. Bonkers.
Gosh. This is a weird game, dude. This is kind of like what you were saying earlier. I forgot what game it was, but it's almost like the Vikings team is built to
so easy when you kick me off.
The Cowboys. I didn't realize you were gone. I was looking down the whole time.
Idiot. I know you. I kept talking. Perfect.
I said, "Let's keep going, chat."
Yeah, it's a weird game.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a Javonte Williams game for sure. That's probably the obvious thing to say, as Vikings defense is built to shut down the pass. I think they figure out a way, though. I don't think it's a full shutdown like it has been in other games. I think the Cowboys find a way to get their playmakers the ball. Maybe not in the same capacity that he's been seeing. It's going to be a rock in the road, but I think they still figure out a way. I got Cowboys winning it.
Yeah, Trey's also got the Cowboys, and I think I've also got the Cowboys. I just don't believe in JJ. He had a good game last week, but that was a poor defense he was playing against. Dak and the Cowboys, I just love the way they're playing, which is crazy because I've never really loved the Cowboys at all. But I love the way they're playing. I think Pickens and CD are going to have big games in this one. So, yeah, on the Viking side, I think you can start Aaron Jones. I don't think you should start Jordan Mason. That run defense for the Cowboys has gotten way better. The only reason I say Aaron Jones is he catches more passes. With Justin Jefferson, that's the big question because, like, I made the playoffs. I'm like the best team in the league, and I've got Justin Jefferson sitting there in my lineup, and he has just been abysmal. And, like, I could start Luther Burden over him. Like, would you start Luther Burden or Justin Jefferson?
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, but like that's easy to say, bro.
Would you start Cortland Sutton or Justin Jefferson?
Probably Sutton, bro. Justin Jefferson has scored 3 points last week, 2 points the week before, 8 points before that, 11, and then 7 in the last 5 weeks.
So what you're telling me is Jamar Chase is the best receiver in the league.
Ever since JJ. When Carson Wentz was in there, he was fine. But yeah, Jamar Chase definitely the best receiver. That's easy, bro. That's easy.
Yeah, 9 is just god awful.
Or I could start Rashid Shaheed. Rashid Shaheed. Oh. I don't know what I'm going to do. Chat,
Well,
let me know.
now
Should I start
I'm
Justin Jefferson or Luther Burden or Rashid Shaheed? I need y'all to let me know.
I'm just now seeing that Jordan Addison was limited in practice today for the second straight
I
day
don't
because of an
care, bro.
Achilles injury. That's
I
scary.
don't.
That's
I
scary,
don't care.
man.
I don't care. What's
All
scary
right.
is 9 showing up to the game.
Have you seen that meme of him in the locker room doing the?
He looks crazy, bro.
I love when people use that picture of him.
That wasn't me. That was 9.
That was 9.
Yeah, I think we've talked about all we can talk about there. Let's talk about this Dolphins Steelers game so we can wrap everything up. Monday night, Dolphins travel to Pittsburgh, take on the Steelers. Very big question mark here is Devin A-Chain. They've been talking about him potentially needing rest this week. He had that rib injury last week. He was limited at practice today, so we will see if he ends up playing. The Dolphins still have a chance to make the playoffs.
Crazy.
They're 6-7, which is crazy. Same record as the Ravens, same record as the Chiefs. It's 2025. Crazy. What in the world is going on? Pittsburgh is the home favorite. I just hate that so much. I hate Pittsburgh.
This feels like us losing, man.
Yeah, it does.
God.
On Monday night in prime time.
I know. We suck in prime time.
Mike Tomlin, that wasn't me. That was 9.
That was not.
All right, fantasy-wise, any guys you like here or hate here?
I really like Kenneth Gainwell. This man has been heating up, especially in the receiving game. Aaron Rodgers loves him. He made a beautiful, what do they call it, shoelace grab and catch this past week. Jaylen Warren, same thing. I think both guys could be the main focal point in the offense. Did you say DK Metcalf was on special teams last week?
Yeah, what a dog. And also, what are we doing here?
Brother, what?
What are we doing?
God, I hate Pittsburgh. Wow, dude. Just breaks my little heart. A-Chain's going to dog us if he plays. How do you feel about Waddle?
I like Waddle. I think Waddle's a good fit to tear up our defense.
Nice.
Although Jalen Ramsey will be playing his former team, and you know Ramsey's going to want to pick off Tua.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He probably will, too. Tua. I guess I have to go Steelers here.
Yeah. What did Trey say? Trey went Steelers. He also went Cowboys in the last one. I don't know if I mentioned that. Yeah, I think Steelers are going to win this one. I think they're playing pretty well, and man, they I hope they win. Good Lord. But yeah, fantasy wise, like I'm not interested in Jalen Wright or Ollie Gordon if they end up playing in lieu of Devin A-Chain playing. I just think that offense is going to be really bad. I think the biggest trap play here is Darren Waller. You know, a lot of fantasy analysts have been talking about how the Dolphins have the best tight end schedule. And Darren Waller obviously is going to play against us this week. But I think Darren Waller is very touchdown dependent, and he has been really bad since coming back from injury, and he's lost a lot of work to Greg Dulcich. So, yeah, I'm not really excited about him. I do like Waddle. I like Malik Washington a little bit. I really hope the Steelers keep doing what they did last week because they opened up the field a lot by throwing it deep to DK Metcalf a couple times. And DK's a very, very, very good receiver. And another weird thing, TJ Watt got the Tyrod Tailored. You remember Tyrod Taylor was starting for the Chargers in Justin Herbert's rookie season right before week 1, before they went out on the field. It was reported that Tyrod Taylor got injured by the medical staff, and Justin Herbert was forced to start.
Oh, geez. I don't remember
same
that
injury.
now.
Same thing. They were trying to do some medical stuff with TJ. They gave him a shot, and it punctured his rib or something. So he's currently in the hospital.
That stinks.
I doubt he plays, and if history tells us anything, it tells us that this will be a Nick Herbig breakout game, which Nick Herbig's been balling this year.
Yeah, he has.
But maybe he'll finally get his due on prime time.
Absolutely.
So Yeah, but anyway, I think that's all. Yep, that's all the games. So I've got the Steelers winning that one too as well.
Okay.
So yeah,
Good
man,
stuff.
thank you everybody for hopping on with us. This was a fun time. Glad we got to answer some of your questions. Want you guys to all go watch this Buccaneers Falcons game. So anyway, if you didn't already, make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hang out with us. We're live every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. You can also follow us over there on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. And then if you don't have time to listen to these streams live, you can listen to us on the road, anywhere podcasts are streamed. You can listen to us there. But with that, good luck to everybody in their fantasy playoffs this week. I wish you all the best, and may we bask in glory on Sunday night during the stream with Caleb and I returning to break down
Here.
every single game. So yeah, we will see you all then, and have a good weekend.
Ladies, we did the research for you. Fellas, pay attention. We've partnered up with Bonheure Jewelry. Bonheure is a celebrity favorite, eco-friendly jewelry company based in New York City. They're adored by stars such as Emma Watson, Gal Gadot, Katy Perry, Kim Kardashian, Kendall Jenner, and Hailey Bieber. Their designs have been featured in top publications including Vogue, Elle, V Magazine, and on major platforms. We love them. They have great pricing for luxury jewelry. It's something that you can start planning for before the holidays get here and get it early. Click on the link in our show notes below. You can sign up for 15% off your first order. When you support our partners, you support FanFeed Network. Check them out.